Hey everybody, it's Dr. Fred Berto. Just excited to touch base with everybody. It's been a crazy 35 days or so. I spent a month in Paris and then in Serbia with the World Wrestling Championships. We had lots of medals, gold medals in particular, and then went right from there to a seminar in Orlando. And we spoke at that seminar. It was pretty awesome, and hopefully some of you guys got to hear that speech, and went right from there to this place here down in Naples, Florida, where we had to batten down the hatches for that impending hurricane that was coming, and then
it did.
and so afterwards we had to deal with the aftermath, and that's what we're dealing with right now, is all the devastation associated with that. And we've noticed some serious parallels between that storm and the devastation that resulted in it, and we're always thinking about health and parallels with health of people in general.
And what's happening in our world today, right?
Yeah.
It's urgent at this point. And so just in making the parallels, and my brain just went to this automatically, we knew there were risks having a house here, right? Like, we're right on the water, as you can see behind us. So there's risks involved. So we don't ignore those risks, and we take strategies and mitigation efforts, right? So when we saw that this storm was coming in, and listen, we don't just put our head in the sand either. We're watching the weather report so we know what we're dealing with, right? Same thing goes with your health. He's going to talk about that. So we called in a guy to make sure that the boat was battened down. We had hurricane shutters up. This guy came down and put all of the hurricane shutters up the day before the storm hit.
That was emergency 911.
And barely got out of there. So we were taking measures. And then, of course, after the fact, right, we got a little lucky with no water in the house, but our pool is a cesspool, right? And we had a lot of things going on. Our garages both flooded. So here's the thing, we had to act fast. There was no time to sit around and wait. The stuff was festering. It was seawater, salt water, disgusting sewage water. Like, it was really bad. And so we had to take those measures right away. And guess what else we did? We got creative. Maybe we could talk about that. Before that we did this video, there's a crane in our backyard and a barge. And we called in experts who knew what they were doing. And we are your health experts. So what are the parallels based on what I just said?
Well, I mean, first of all, you can't count on insurance to be your saving grace, because
Yeah,
a lot of people, even they have insurance, but they're not going to cover all the devastation that occurred.
Yeah.
Just like with your health, I mean, you've got to think about it. You have a catastrophic condition or diagnosis that can rob you of your health. All the money in the world doesn't bring you back to life, and lots of times that's the number one reason for bankruptcy in America. And so we don't want to have insurance. We want to have insurance, or assurance that you're not going to get sick. So you've got to do everything on the front end to try to prevent these catastrophic events from happening. And sometimes, you know what, you can't control. There's a lot of things that are out of your control, but you do the very best that you can to ensure that you've got the best outcome. And that's kind of like what we did here. I mean, there's so many parallels. Like, you already talked about a bunch of them, and doing all the right things on the front end, calling in experts, having people guide and instruct you, because we're kind of new at.
We have no idea what we're doing.
With this property here,
idea.
This is new for us, and we're having to figure it out as we go.
Yeah, let me just say, in case you guys didn't know, 2022 has been an absolutely horrible year for us. My father, who was the owner of this house, passed away in January. And so my brother and I are trying to figure this all out as we go. And here we are with a massive Category 5 hurricane to deal with. So carry on.
Yeah, I mean, well, the storms come all the time in our life, and then especially when it comes to our health, and nobody really has a true health plan. When I ask people what their health plan is, they just tell me the name of their insurance company. But again, insurance is not your health plan. That's a plan for the catastrophic events that happen in your life. And so we need to really have a health plan, and that's what we're all about. That's what we stand for. That's what you pay us for. And we want to make sure that you have the best outcome. We're your experts when it comes to this, and that's why we're doing this event. I mean, this really inspired that event. It was already scheduled, but it's almost like a divine appointment. And,
it's happening.
And now that we experienced this, it just makes perfect sense that we make sure that when it comes to your health, it's well taken care of, and that we ensure your health for the future.
And listen, there is a storm coming. I don't know if you guys know that. There is a storm coming with the health of Americans. As if it's not bad enough, and for various reasons, which we'll find out when we do this event, There is a storm coming. We are going to see cancer rates skyrocket, autoimmune conditions skyrocket, heart conditions skyrocket.
And we're going to talk about why.
Yeah, and you need to know why, because you can't put your head in the sand, but there is a storm coming and we have to be ready, and we're doing the best we can to be ready. We're learning every day, but we need you to be ready. It is no time to mess around anymore. Like, it is 911 urgent that you guys at least have one member of your family come to this thing. I mean, I can't even express it enough.
Well, why don't you give the details and
Yeah,
what we're
so
going to do? and
first
what it is.
weekend in November, we're gonna have it at a church, so there's gonna be plenty of room. Bring your family, your friends, your guests, and we are gonna go through all of the details, the why behind this, what you need to do right now to prepare, and what you need to do even if you already have a diagnosis. We're not gonna just give you all the bad news, we're giving you solutions, practical solutions, the things that we do every day and that we've helped countless number of people walk through situations like this. So I'll make sure I post the details, but call the office, get signed up, come in, message us, whatever you need to do, but we need to get you there. It's going to be a 1-day master course. This is not just a workshop. It's not just a nice talk. It's not for entertainment. This is a course, a master course that we're going to give you that's going to help you with your future.
Yeah, and everyone knows if you're a patient in my office, you know you've come to a doctor's report. More than a business, is a calling. We have a moral, ethical, and spiritual responsibility to every single person who walks through our front door to make sure that they get well protected so they can become everything that they're intended to be. And so this really is a calling for us, and we want to make sure that we fulfill our end of the bargain.
Yep.
So, well, everybody, we know we're going to see you there. So
Yeah, we will see you there.
And I'll be seeing everybody soon enough. So,
Yeah, we're trying to get back, guys, as fast as
So,
possible.
and thank you, and God bless everybody.